Okay, it's Tuesday, July 11th. This is a midday SPY update. I thought I'd shoot a video here as I'm pretty much done trading for the day. What we have here is a two-up day so far that's held the midpoint of the prior day, and it's kind of pausing here at the midpoint of this red bar selling tail that I talked about yesterday in the recap, saying we should likely head up, but we want to see if we can really, break above the midpoint of this bar and get to our target up here on a two-up day, which would be the high of Thursday. But we're not there yet. But anyway, it was pretty good trading in the morning in terms of our typical morning trade. And if we go to the 15-minute structure, we have the pre-market range between the blue lines. So we were gapping up a little bit, and immediately we kind of went up and took out the stops up there and then fell off on the first 15-minute bar. But we're still well above the midpoint of the prior day, so you're kind of anticipating some kind of a red to green move. Second bar here, almost, it was an inside bar, but it didn't follow through to the upside. Then we came down, we took out that low one more time, and then you finally got a big green reversal bar and a little follow through. So there was a good buy in here to expect you to get up to the first bar high and then see how strong a directional day you might get. You bought it here. Then it kind of went up for a few bars. It paused. So this, since you didn't reach that high yet, you actually had an inside, well, a little two down, two up bar right in here to make one other buy if you wanted to, again, anticipate this high being taken out, because that's where the stops would be set, from those early traders who were selling short. So there's liquidity right up there. And price eventually moved up there pretty strongly, took that spot, paused, and now we're kind of consolidating a little bit inside this big green bar. So, decent trading today. In terms of trying to get long a couple of times, having a little short-term profit in some form, however you wanted to play it, but kind of knowing that you're heading into an area that's a little tricky. Are you going to, get through this and get to that target or not? And then as soon as we paused here, after breaking through that intraday high and came down, now you're kind of chopping around. So at this point, the only afternoon trade to consider, if you even want to, would be if maybe we come down here, maybe we have to take out some liquidity down here on these stops and then get some kind of a red to a pretty big green bar. If you can see some kind of green bar that you think is going to threaten that high on the secondary move of the day, then you might want to try a trade like that. I don't think it's the greatest secondary trade. It's not the strongest day to the upside, given we have a big number tomorrow morning, and we're at a kind of a resistance area. But it still is, it would be a valid trade if you can get some kind of good red to green in here, and preferably, taking out these liquidity down here first, and then kind of having a green reversal, seeing if you can work up to the highs of the day for one more push into the afternoon. That would be, to me, from the way I consistently try to look at structure, the only type of trade that could develop here. Even if it comes crashing down, you're still well above the midpoint of the prior day. So I would, if we get some kind of a major, sell off here, then I would wait till tomorrow to see if we get follow through to the upside. Again, this could be this is interesting because, I talked about how it could be a strong signal to the upside when you came down yesterday, took down a two down and couldn't get to that target. So you're definitely playing for the upside today, but now we might not be reaching this target. So if we end up with another two down day, then all of a sudden you have two, pushes that couldn't reach their target, and now you're going back in the original direction again. And we were talking about this inside bar from last week. Which way is it going to break out? We're still inside this week, so it's really just 2 days of choppiness, and we'll see. Maybe that CPI number tomorrow, I think, is going to be a big, obviously there'll be a lot of volatility around that, and that'll kind of show where this inside bar is trying to go up or down. But for now, these 2 days are kind of just choppy inside that choppy week from last week. So anyway, that's what's unfolding. Decent morning trades today, nothing major. There were some other good stocks that had some good opportunities, so I just thought I'd update that. We'll see where things close by the end of the day.